Hey, what's up, guys? I'm back. This is my first video. My name is Mike, and I'm gonna be doing a horror movie review, The Conjuring. I'm gonna be doing movie reviews though, and movie news. I'm a big movie person. I go to movies a lot. I follow all the news on movies and stuff. So I'll be reporting on that. Letting you guys know the inside story on all the movies that are happening. I like action, comedy, everything. But this is a horror movie review for The Conjuring. Okay, so I went into the movie. I'm a big horror fan also, and I went into the movie expecting something very different because of the big reviews that were going around. At the time, people were saying that this is the best movie best horror movie in years. People were saying that it was scary, that it was really original. So I went out kind of disappointed because I had really high hopes for this movie, and it kind of let me down a little bit. I was expecting something more original. It was a very generic kind of movie. It was done well. It was a little scary, I guess. If you're used to, horror movies, it wasn't so scary, but I can understand how people think it was scary. Yeah, it was a good movie, but I don't think it was worth all the crazy reviews like people were saying it was the best horror movie in years. Maybe it's because there hasn't been a good horror movie out in a while. Because I can't remember the last time I saw a legit, really good horror movie. One of those movies hasn't come out in a really long time, so maybe that's it. But The Conjuring, it was just okay, I guess. If you saw Insidious, it's the same director, by the way. Director James Wan um, is involved in Insidious, and he's also the director for Saw. If you saw Insidious, they are really similar movies. They use a lot of the same gags. There was one part that they totally ripped off Dead Silence, and I'm not complaining about it. They did it. It was really well done. It was generic, but really well done generic. So it felt like you weren't watching crap. You were watching a really good movie with good actors, and there were some original twists they put in there, but it really basically was a generic horror movie based on paranormal activity and different stories like that. And they're all pretty much the same. There's not that much you can do with the genre of supernatural activity, the supernatural horror genre. It's usually ghosts and some witch or something like that involved in it. I don't want to give too much away, but there are some really cool things that happen in this movie, and I was just hoping for something to happen in the end. That kind of seemed really weird to me because spoiler alert, if you haven't seen the movie, please don't watch any more of this video, but I'll tell you that in the end, if you guys have seen the movie, um, the whole like story just turns out to be having a happy ending. They start playing really happy music, and it shows everyone getting together and smiling and having fun, and it's like they're done with it. And horror movies never end like that. They never end with everyone being happy and everyone everything's okay now. It's not an action movie. It's not a and this is a horror movie, so it's supposed to end with some sort of twist or some sort of scary sort of ending. But it wasn't. It was just like happy. Everyone was happy, 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 and then it showed the room with all the haunted stuff in it. If you haven't seen the movie, you wouldn't understand this. But there was a room with a bunch of haunted items inside, and it just ended off in there. And I was hoping to at least see something through the spinning mirror, or at least something, something. But we didn't get anything. So, and I hear they're making a sequel too. They're making The Conjuring 2. It's in the works right now in post-production. I mean pre-production. Um, we'll see. Honestly, I don't know what else they can do. Maybe something to do with that room, I guess. I don't think they're going to go back to the same house. One thing I didn't like about the movie either was the special effects, the CGI they used. The exorcism was pretty cool, but it just felt weird. Uh, they could have done it a lot better. That part, the exorcism part, could have been done a lot better. And I was hoping to actually, see a flashback. That would have been really cool to have a flashback of when the witch killed her own kids and hung herself. I know we did see some, images and stuff like that, but I was really hoping for a whole flashback in the whole story. That would have been really, really interesting. But I really liked how they started the movie and convert. It's basically a bunch of generic genres put together into one movie. That's really what it is, because they did have a scene in the beginning that was a typical slasher doll sort of movie, and then it just turned into like this whole Paranormal Activity movie, and then it turned into an exorcism movie. So it was a bunch of horror genres put together into one movie. They did a good job. It's a good movie. Nothing mind blowing. Nothing you haven't seen before. I give it a 7.5 out of 10. Probably the best horror movie in the past couple months, I guess. I enjoy Evil Dead personally. This was probably better than Evil Dead, but yeah, probably the best horror movie that has came out in a couple months, maybe this year. And yeah, guys, that's basically it. Please comment, rate, subscribe. I'll be posting a lot more movie news, movie reviews, and talk to you all later.